Hello, everyone. Jan here. Welcome to this Mindful Monday. I hope you enjoyed that little clip. Yeah, I was rocking out there for a little bit. So this month's theme is Men Matter, and today I'm going to be talking about the evolution of man. So the presentation, the title of my presentation is "Are Men from Mars, and Did Some Sneak In from Venus?" And actually, I should have added, "And did some women sneak in from Mars?" I'm not sure how many of you remember that book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, but it was written in 1992, and it basically stereotyped men and women in how they communicate and perceive things. So here we are 26 years later, and there's been a lot of men sneaking in from Venus. Wouldn't you say? I think so. But all kidding aside, I think that most people would agree that men are not the same now as they were before. So let's take a look at the evolution of men in the past years. First of all, before I start talking about this, let me make this disclaimer. Each person is different. Not everyone is the same. When I talk about this slide, I'm going to talk about generalities in those generations. And of course, like I said, there's going to be people who just don't fall into any of these stereotypes because they know who they are. They're not going to conform, and they're going to do what they want to do, right? Okay, so let's start with the silent generation. These were the people that were born between the years of 1928 and 1945. And this generation started out as the children of crisis, growing up during wars. So after the war ended, they didn't want to rock the boat or change the system. They just wanted to be safe, right? Because they went through a lot. So again, it was about safety and security for them. But for the most part, when this generation entered into the job market, it was a good market. And so the baby boomers were born. And that was from 1946 to 1964. Baby boomers reaped the rewards of the previous generation. This is a group that started to retaliate against traditional things, and they started speaking up, breaking out of the traditions. Okay, then you have the Generation X, born 1965 to 1980. And these children were taught to be more independent. During this time, so these people are between the ages of like 39 and 54, right? And so within this group range, you'll see more divorces and also more females in the workforce. So the whole dynamics in the family structure was changing, even with the baby boomers, right? And men had to become mothers to children, and women also had to act as fathers to their children. So these were all, shifting societal values. And then we go up to the 1981 to 96. These are what we call the millennials or Generation Y, also described as the me generation. And they value their work-life balance because of what they have seen their parents from either Generation X or baby boomers go through. And so they're apt to do more to do what they want to do rather than to conform. And in 1997 to 2012, they're called the Generation Z. Yep. So as young as seven years old to 22 years old now. And these kids are more entrepreneurial. They're more independent because they've seen what their parents have done or gone through, or their other siblings, older siblings, perhaps. So, with all these changes going on in the world, the role of men have changed, which in turn changes their outlook and how they raise their children. So you can see through the evolution that the definition of being a man is totally changing as well. Um, so this is what men were told in previous years that they were supposed to do a long time ago, right? And still even today too. But and this resulted in a preset notion of how they were supposed to act, how they were supposed to be, how they were supposed to feel, right? Oh, you have to be a carpenter. You have to be a handyman. You have to be out there doing the shoveling and doing all the hard work. You need to be out there. Men need to be the ones that are handling the big rigs and stuff like that, right? But now we see that men are taking on more unconventional roles. And, like they're fashion designers, they're stay-at-home dads, they're flight attendants. I could go on and on, right? This is a clip from or a picture from the movie, I think it was Baby Daycare, Daddy Daycare, or something like that. Okay, so men and women are basically made of the same stuff. And, men and even with the evolution and changes, we're still made up of the same stuff. So let's get back to basics. Men and women both have testosterone and estrogen, just in different levels. And most of our organs are the same, except for our reproductive organs. And then there's a little bit of controversy as to whether or not the male and female brains are the same or different. Some of the studies have shown that there's no way to tell whether or not a brain is from a male or female individual other than perhaps size. Now, that's physically, right? But how the brain is wired is still, that's still up for discussion. If you look at some studies and they show the pictures of the men's brain, some areas are more active than the pictures that you look at for the women's brain. But, if you look at society today, I mean, it's such a mix and match of everything that, how can you really tell, right? Because it could be that maybe a tomboy's brain may be the same as a man's brain, right? So a girl that really is predominantly a tomboy, right, does male stuff. Okay. All right, here we go. Patrick Swayze. So with all of these changes that occurred over the many decades, men are now feeling more comfortable in their own skin, and being more adventurous in showing their feminine side. Now, this movie was made a long time ago, and if you watch it, I mean, it was very, at that time, it was like very undercover, right? It was not brought out in the open unless it was in a community that was accepting of this kind of stuff going on. But now, the other night I was watching TV and I saw this ad, and it was an Old Spice ad. And so you see that this Old Spice container says, the scent of forest, lavender, and relaxation, wilderness with lavender. So, Old Spice was basically made for men, but in that commercial, it was a man and a woman fighting over the stick. And so my point here is that the men are embracing their feminine side, and the old thoughts of how they should be or hear how they should smell has changed. And they're embracing their feminine side more. Okay, so I want to talk about emotions. Now, whether it's how we react to situations or act out in situations, some of us were told, speak your mind, Don't speak until spoken to. Don't make a fuss. Keep quiet, right? Don't make waves. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't show your emotions. It's a sign of weakness, right? I heard that a lot growing up. But now children are being taught to use their words and not to suppress their feelings, right? It's use your words now is what they're telling us, or the kids. And they are being taught that emotions are okay. And now, for the most part, girls have pretty much always been open with their emotions, but boys would normally look down, fidget, maybe, and not say anything, or just say that everything's okay. But again, with the changes in society and the way we think and act, changes in behavior and outlook are bound to be different. So men need to be supported as well. It may not be in the form of getting a massage, but it may just be going to a ball game with friends, going fishing or camping, or whatever it is that they need to do, or even getting a dog for support. And look, even this has changed. I remember, in college, the guys were never without. None of them had a small dog. They may have ferrets, but not a small dog. Right. They all had their German Shepherds, their Labradors, the Labrador Retrievers, and whatnot. But now, I mean, I see a lot of men, with small dogs. So that has changed too. So it may be hard for men to accept praises, affirmations, or even to go out and ask for help. So the Life Insight app has can really support men in a non-intrusive way. So here's the bottom line. We're all making our way to be who we truly were meant to be and not who we're taught to be. Okay, let me repeat that now. We are all making our way to be who we truly were meant to be and not who we were taught to be. All right, so let's move on to panels. I created 2 sets of panels, one called Positive Affirmations, and that is actually comprised of 10 different positive affirmation panels, and another panel which is called Men Matter Gemstones. So for the positive affirmations, we have 10 categories. And each category contains affirmations to help you with those specific areas. And I will go through them briefly here. I have not listed all of them because there are over 100 in total. Okay. So for loneliness, sadness, insignificance, nervousness, fear, or afraid, those feelings, the example positive affirmations are, I feel the love of those who are not physically around me. I take pleasure in my own solitude. I love and approve of myself. I am a unique child of this world. I have an abundance of as much brightness to offer this world as the next person. When you feel terrified, and of course, this is not terrified because you are in a dangerous situation, right? Examples of positive affirmations would be, I focus on breathing and grounding myself. I follow my intuition and my heart keeps me safe and sound. I make the right choices every time. When you are having feelings of being angry or feel hopelessness, or hopeless, I should say. Examples are, I learn from all mistakes that I make. I let go of my anger so I can see clearly. I offer an apology to those affected by my anger. I may not understand the good in this situation, but it is there. I kindly ask for help and guidance if I cannot see a better way. There's an extra period there. That period should not be there. Decisions, dreams, and friendships. The affirmations would be, my wisdom will guide me to the right decision. I receive all feedback with kindness, but make the final call myself. I'm a better person from the hardship that I've gone through with my family. My friends do not judge me. Oh, that's the big one, huh? My friends do not judge me. My friends accept me for who I am. My mantra is love me for who I am, for what you see, or there's a door right there. All right, social and work settings. Examples are I am beautiful and smart, and that's how everyone sees me. I take comfort in the fact that I can always leave this situation. I never know what amazing, incredible person I will meet next. I play a big role in my own career success. I ask for and do meaningful, wonderful, and rewarding work. Sleeping and beginning the day. Peaceful sleep awaits me in dreamland. I let go of all the false stories I make up in my head. I release my mind of thought until the morning. This day brings me nothing but joy. I fill my day with hope and face it with joy. I want to go back to I let go of all the false stories I make up in my head. I don't know how many of you read the newspaper every day. Many do. I don't. Um, I'm not. I don't. You know, I don't want to read all those negative things going on, right? But like on social media, I will opt to receive and read the positive, uplifting posts that are there or information that's out there. Okay, the future. I let go of worries that drain my energy. I am a money magnet and attract wealth and abundance. I trust in my own ability to provide well for my family. I attempt all, not some, possible ways to get unstuck. I am deeply fulfilled with who I am. Your dreams. I follow my dreams no matter what. I show compassion in helping my loved ones understand my dreams. I understand questions about my dreams with ease and grace. Now, that one I want to touch upon a little bit because that might be a little bit hard to understand. So, sometimes you share your dreams with other people, and, they may start to give you their opinions or shoot you down. But, if you stand behind your dream, it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people say. This is your dream, not theirs, right? So here we're talking about your dreams, what you want to do, where you want to go, not your dreams at night. Yeah. Okay. Problems. I am safe and sound. Everything works out for my highest good. There is a great reason this is unfolding before me now. I cannot give up until I have tried every conceivable way. And it is always too early to give up on my goals. That's great. And last but not least, judgment. Oh, this is a big one. I have no right to compare myself to anyone, for I do not know their whole story. I choose to see the light that I am to this world. I am happy in my own skin and in my own circumstances. I give up the habit to criticize myself. Wowie. Yeah. Okay. All right. The next panel, Men Matter Gemstones panel. Now, okay, so for this, I am going to go through all of the crystals that I have in the panel because I feel it's necessary for you to understand what the crystals represent. Okay, here we go. Hematite. Hematite is related to the root chakra. It's very grounding. It helps with focus and healing. It clears and activates. It gives you a feeling of stability. And it also transforms negative energies into positive, and it can provide clarity. Lodestone. Lodestone is also called magnetite. It is related to your root chakra. It is stabilizing and grounding, and it helps with manifesting what you want. So it is also said to help the body because of its magnetic properties. And why? Because our blood contains iron. So, you know, iron would be attracted to the magnet, or the magnet would attract iron, thus helping to increase circulation in the body, get it moving, right? It's an attractor of love, loyalty, and commitment, and it helps with processing emotions. And that makes sense, right? If it's going to help you with your circulation, your blood is going to be circulating through your body better, right? Thus, okay, so when in medical, as a medical intuitive, we talk about energetic congestion. And so when the blood is moving through the body better, circulating better, then it's going to relieve some of that congestion and move some of that congestion around, right? The energetic congestion. It's going to move that energy around. Okay, epidote. It is associated with the sacral, solar plexus, and heart. It's good for releasing, thus bringing one into a higher vibration. It also helps with increasing energy with whatever is near. It is near. So it helps amplify. Okay. And it moves, this one also moves energy in the body. And it is also good for healing the body as well, the physical body. It brings in personal power and memory. It attracts what one needs for their highest good. And, okay, so this stone is what I refer to. I think of my tarot cards, the Tower card, when I look at this, think of this stone. Because here's the thing, when you have a structure, thought process, whatever it is, right? And it's not good. Sometimes if you don't clear it, it's easy. I mean, it has to come down, right? It's like the tower, it has to come down. It has to be broken down before it can be rebuilt better and stronger, right? Better and stronger, and as it should be. So this stone can quote unquote force change to happen. And yeah, so it can also help with manifestation and attaining one's goals. That makes sense, right? So if it's breaking down the obstacles in your course, it's going to help you with your manifestation and attain your goals. Yes? Okay. Malachite, associated with heart and throat chakra, is a stone of transformation. It clears all the chakra centers, making way for energies to flow through as they need to, bringing healing and clarity. It is also known as a stone of protection, absorbing negative energies. And in olden days, I guess they used to carry it around with their money in the hopes that it would increase their money, it create abundance with their money. And, excuse me, it can help with making business deals successful and bringing in wise decisions to the table. Okay, tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is referred to as a lucky stone. It brings in focus and clarity. It dispels emotions when trying to make a decision and can help with stress. Onyx. Onyx is associated with the root chakra. It absorbs and transforms negative energy. It's a stone of happiness and strength and willpower to keep on trying until you meet your goal. So if you're trying to meet a goal, use onyx. And it provides you with drive to keep on going. Obsidian, yeah. This one blocks negative energies that may be around you or intended to affect you, which may come in the form of anger, criticism, or fear. And it grounds you and brings you back to reality. The negative energies could also be in a form of a psychic attack as well. People, just sending you negative thoughts. Okay, so amethyst is associated with the crown chakra. It's commonly used to increase intuition. However, it does have other properties as well. It can help with the overindulgence of things. But for the most part, it helps you to gain better insight with clarity and focus. Okay, smoky quartz. Smoky quartz helps with grounding and removes negative energies by transmuting it. It helps the physical body gain strength and stamina, and it's also a centering stone. Smoky quartz is good to use when you're meditating. Okay, rutilated quartz, it cleanses and energizes, helps to release the past, and puts one in a more positive state of mind. Rose quartz, it helps with relationships, trust, harmony, self-love, friendship, and feelings of inner peace. So does the pink color, right? The pink color, love. Citrine. Citrine helps with motivation, creativity, and helps with expressing one's feelings and emotions. It also releases negative thoughts, emotions, fears, and phobias. It also helps with promoting abundance. Okay, aquamarine, associated with the throat chakra. It helps people overcome their fears and become courageous, reduces stress and quiets the mind. This helps with oversensitivity and provides support where one may feel an overwhelming feeling of responsibility. So this for me is really important for men. The blue color, right, represents water, emotions, overcoming fears, becoming courageous, stress, quiets the mind. I mean, these are classical things that I know that a lot of men are going through. And you know what, even though we go through oversensitivity, some men are super sensitive, right? I mean, a lot more sensitive to some of the women I know. Okay, sodalite is associated with the third eye chakra. It helps to balance metabolism. It boosts the immune system and helps with calcium deficiencies. It also enhances self-esteem, and it has a very calming energy. So again, the blue color, dealing with emotions. Thus, the self-esteem enhances self-esteem. Self-esteem is all about emotions, right? Okay, tourmaline. Tourmaline, I love tourmaline. It provides protection from harmful energies and entities, as well as environmental pollutants and radiation. It helps with negative thoughts. Now, tourmaline comes in a variety of colors, and each color has its own different qualities and properties. Or qualities mostly, not properties. So when using the Life Insight app, the personal energetic signature is what will set the intention of the frequency. Yeah, so tourmaline is, I use it when, I bring it with me all the time when we go out to do clearings. Okay, fluorite. Fluorite is a harmonizer. It absorbs negative energies, thoughts, and reduces stress. With the clearing that is done, intuitiveness can be enhanced, clearing the way to linking the source. Yeah, so fluorite is is an absorber. It's a very soft stone as well. Cracks easily. Okay, pyrite, fool's gold. Yeah. It brings prosperity and good luck. It attracts wealth and abundance. It also provides protection from unwanted energies. Kunzite, it connects mind to heart. And this, I will say that for me, it's a very calming and very soft energy coming out from that. It releases past traumas and opens our heart. It can uplift a person's mood, and it can also increase tolerance and balance emotions. Boy, yeah, I need to do that. Tolerance. Okay, selenite. Yeah, this is used to help with protection and promotes clear communication. It can also help to clear the way for things, and it can also be used as an amplifier. So, I just want to share something with you here. I've gotten into conversations with people regarding selenite. I use it when we do clearings to clear the negative energies, and I also use it to enhance the my other crystals. Now, I've gotten criticized about that because I was told, well, if you bring selenite, you're increasing the negative energies. Yeah, no. It's all intention. My intention is to clear those energies, not to increase those energies, but to clear them, right? And to send them to where they need to go, right? It's not to increase the negative energies. No. Intention. All right. Shungite. Shungite clears and balances the chakras. It also absorbs EMF and negative energies. Now, shungite is a very, very old stone. It's been used for centuries. But it was just recently, maybe 10 years ago, kind of rediscovered. And it's widely used now. You see it all over the place. It's black. And they do massage wands, they'll do triangles. I have some pendulums, shungite pendulums, but it's an absorber. It's an absorber, just like a fluorite, right? It's an absorber. Okay. All right. So sugilite, isn't that a beautiful purple? God, I love that. Sugilite helps to bring clarity to situations. It helps you to discover why you are here and what you are here to do. It can also act as a shield to help people who easily absorb other people's energy. So for those of you who are empaths and take on other people's aches and pains and can feel what they're going through, this is a good stone for you. It can also help with attracting love and healing. Okay, apophyllite. It helps with insecurity. It calms the anxious person and slows down the thought process to a manageable level. It can also help with connecting to source. I was lucky enough to run across some apophyllite wands last year, and the energy with that is very, very soothing. Okay, rhodochrosite. It can help with self-love, healing, emotions, and relationships. So again, the pink here, dealing with love and relationships, yes. So 3 words: release, love, attune. Ametrine, okay. Ametrine is made up of citrine and amethyst. You can see that citrine vein going through that, that stone right there in the middle. So it has both masculine and feminine energy, resulting in harmony. And this stone is all about balance, relieving stress and negative emotional programming. Yeah, negative emotional programming. We don't know, or we don't realize sometimes what we were told before as children, how much it affects us now, how much we carry things with us, even though we might say, no, I let that go. Sometimes not. Sometimes not. As small as the comment may have been, sometimes we carry that with us and we just don't know that. But the Life Insight app can help us with that, because we can do a cross check, right, with emotions. And it might come up there. creeping up through the cracks. All right. So these are some of the resources that I use to get some of those beautiful pictures for the gemstones and some of the information that I was talking about. Okay, so we're going to dive into the Insight apps now. Insight app. Okay, so for the name, I named it Men Matter. I ran the scan. Oh, and then the picture I use a world as a picture. And the personal energetic signature I used Men Matter. Because it makes sense, right? Men do matter, right? Okay, so I ran the scan, and this is what I came up with. Emotional was at 659. Sensitivities was at 732, and toxicity and stress was at 658. Okay, so then I ran the aura. I always run the aura before. I kind of like to see what's going on. And then I went back to the main panel. I clicked on that Nogier symbol, and I selected my panels, the Men Matter gemstones, and then the 10 positive affirmation panels. Okay, and I ran the scan. And this is the top three, right? The highest three that came up was I trust myself. I trust myself to make the best decision for me. This day brings me nothing but joy. And all of those were above 768. So it was like 768, 772, and 776, which is kind of high. So I put those into my multi-layer box. Because these are positive affirmations, I want to create my cocktail with that, with those affirmations. And I want to support that individual with these affirmations. Now, I went into, I looked at the lowest ones too, and the two low ones was citrine and lodestone. Citrine was 5 and lodestone was 4. Citrine, if you recall, is related to, it releases negative thoughts, emotions, fears, and phobias. And lodestone stabilizes and grounds, heals and focuses, cleans and activates, and it transforms negative into positive. Now, remember those, okay? And I put those in the balance box, and I balance them. But I want you to remember those, because my aha moment, after I was done with this scan, I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I had so many aha moments during this. But, okay, so anyway, I put those in the balance box. I put the highest ones in the into the multi-layer box. Then I went back to the main screen and went to sensitivities. Now, I was not going to, I was not planning on running anything on sensitivities. I just went there for curiosity, okay? So what came up was cats, cheese, and dust. And when I think of cats, I think of hair and sneezing. And the cat as a symbol has two meanings, double meanings, right? But overall, the cat is a symbol of patience, independence, curiosity, and courage. And the cat is a very spiritual animal. It is known for its ability to wait and act only when the time is right. Cheese is a matter of taste. Some people like some cheeses, some people don't, right? So it's good and bad. And it could depict good and positive news. And it also, to me, means richness, because cheese is a little bit rich, and tolerance because of the lactose. And dust. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. This is from a site, insightstate.com. Insightstate.com. And this is what it says. Allergy is a reaction of the body's immune system to a substance that has been declared enemy, and it symbolizes an aspect of the individual that has been rejected or repressed. Fighting an enemy that we have created is always an act of aggression, an unconscious struggle against an area of life that we fear or do not want to maintain in our lives. What are you resisting? Resistance is the opposite of love, and for love, acceptance becomes a whole. The substance that caused the allergic reaction is a symbol of the area you are ignoring and fighting unconsciously. It's time to ask yourself what this symbolic enemy is trying to tell you. What aspect of life do you try to suppress or repress? Try to take a conscious look at the things you fear unconsciously and note the resistance to them, as well as the fear and aggression of the self. Genuine healing of allergies will only be possible if you are able to integrate the aspects you repressed as enemies consciously. And that was from insightstate.com. I had to read this several times over and over again because there's so much in that, right? Allergy is a reaction to the body's immune system, to a substance that has been declared enemy. And it symbolizes an aspect of the individual that has been rejected or repressed. Wow. Okay, so anyway, I did not balance these. I was just curious. So if I was just curious, why did I include this in my presentation? And everything will unfold shortly. Like I said, I had a lot of aha moments on this. All right, so I went to toxicity and stress. So here I balanced the three highest items, the cell phone EMF at 764, environmental at 751, and family induced at 733. And I also took the three lowest, which was relationship at 14, herbicides at 72, and stealth pathogens at 125. Okay, and I put them in my balance box. I balanced them and went on to chakras. This was another, with all the information that I was looking at, I really was starting to get to the height of my aha moment. Okay, so I balanced the crown chakra, the sacral chakra, and the throat chakra. The throat chakra was the lowest. That's why I picked that one. So I balanced all of those. And I actually stopped there. I like to do meridians too, but I didn't want to do too much in this. So I just stopped and I went to spinal to have whatever changes that were made or had, energy flows, energy changes to flow nicely through the spine, through the body. So it doesn't get stuck in one area. So I balanced the C1, the very top, and the very lowest, sacral. And I also picked up L4 as well. I want to mention that when you do this screen, when you do the scan, it comes up with possible disturbances as the first pop-up. And with this, it came out with cheek, ear, and tooth. So cheek and ear, cheek and tooth, right? They're all about chewing, all about taking in that food and chewing it in order for one to swallow and digest. And in the ear, listening, right? Ear is listening, basically. Okay, so I went back to the aura and I ran the items in the multi-layer box. And I got this screen. Now, it on my screen, I think it looks a little bit different from what you're saying, but my screen, it really looks like, it looked to me, it jumped out at me, it was like an angry red, like a agitated red, right? And it's not a really mad red, because it's not like a deep dark red, right? Like murky. But it's a red, and it's like it's not even aggressive. It's just like not happy. Look, it's like saying, I'm not happy, right? And so I'm going to share a story with you. So when my kids were young, I used to take them down to the beach, and they used to like to go crabbing and, get those small little crabs. And so one day we went down, and we're walking back to the car, and my youngest one asked me, "Oh, Mom, can I go down and get some water for my crab?" And I'm like, okay. So I turned around, looked at the water, looked at the beach, and said, okay, go down there because I can see you. And so he turns around, starts running back to me, right? He goes, "Oh, Mommy, can you come with me?" I'm like, "No, just go, hurry up and go." So we can go home. I can see you, don't worry about it. Then my oldest son says, "Oh, Mom, I'll go with him." So I said, okay, go. So they go and get the water, they come back, and we come home. And so later on in the day, I asked my youngest one, "Well, so what was up? Why did you not want to go into the water by yourself? I could see you. There was nothing to be afraid of." He said, "Oh, well, the water was red." I'm like, okay, it was red. All right. And he said I think he said it wasn't happy. And then later on that same day, I asked my oldest son, "Hey, did you see anything in the water? Why didn't Ty want to go in?" He goes, "Oh yeah, well, because the water was red, and it was bubbling, and it was angry." I'm like, really? Okay. So, I live in Hawaii. We have Madame Pele, right? Lava. I associate it with lava, and anger was the red. And that's the type of feeling that I felt when I saw this, right? And so this is, and when looking at this picture, I look at the whole thing and I see Mother Earth right in between. I'm like, oh my God. This session was not about a man, right? Or man on earth. This is about Mother Earth and humans, right? Humans matter. Okay, I hope you're making the connection like I did. Because then I started thinking about all this other stuff that came up, and I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense, right? With the low of citrine and lodestone, releasing negative thoughts, emotions, right? And then the lodestone, stabilizing and grounding, focus and healing, clearing and activating, transforming negative into positive. Hello? What are we talking about here? Right? So let's talk about meditation though. I just want to touch upon that or not meditation, but grounding. So people used to tell me, well, you shouldn't be grounding yourself, because then you're putting all your caca, your negative energies into the earth, right? And you're destroying it. Well, that's not how I do grounding. I ground myself. I bring the light in from the top, from source. I bring it through me, and I bring it down to Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is receiving that light from source. Other people may do it differently, but that's how I do it. So I don't consider myself bringing negative energy into Earth. I considering it being transmuted when I bring in the light from source. Okay, anyway, that was my one word about grounding. And then the highs on that was, I trust myself. I trust myself to make the best decision for me. This day brings me nothing but joy. That's out of whack, right? That's happening now, right? This day brings, and Mother Earth should feel that way. She should feel that this day does bring me joy because I love taking care of people. I love how people are taking care of me. Well, yeah. All right. And then that's also why I talked about, I did that dust, the talking of dust. And here, let me find that. And the allergies, right? That was pretty profound. Allergy is a reaction of the body's immune system to a substance that has been declared enemy. And it symbolizes an aspect of the individual that has been rejected or repressed. Wow. Yep. So, we need to take care of Mother Earth a lot more, right? So when I look at this picture, I also see the bluish, purplish, aura color coming into the air, right? Mother Earth is trying to balance herself. With what we're doing to her, she's having a hard time. Very hard time, right? She's trying to also communicate that with us. Very hard time. But some of us are hearing it, and some of us are doing what we need to do. I think most of us here on this call are probably doing something to help the environment, right? Help raise spirituality, help raise the vibration. And by us running these frequencies to help increase the vibration of the earth, of everybody, then we are helping. We're doing our part, right? But we got to get more people out there doing this. Okay, so I ran the multi-layer box until I got the love stem. And look what I got when I got the love stem. Oh my God. Right? I was like, I got what I call chicken skin, goosebumps, whatever you want to call them. I just got confirmation on this. This is what we need to be emanating to the world, to all humankind. Yes. And this is what I really felt really good about leaving as an aura, as frequencies in the air, in a loving state, and also receiving information now, right? Now that color has changed, not into balancing, but communicating, right? That orange, communicating. And the pastel color, right? The softness of that is a softness of communicating. It's a softness of the love coming in, and the support coming in, right? Okay, so that was using my panels along with the other screens that were there, and balancing, obviously, Mother Earth, yes, and humans. That was my aha moment. And it still brings me, I still get teary-eyed when I see this. I mean, I've gone over this so many times, but it just brings me peace. Okay, all right, June specials. We have a new offer. It's purchased both the Rife and Relationship app for only $2.99. I use a relationship, the Rife app often, very, very often. So if I have, my sinuses are killing me, it's already to the point where my teeth are hurting, I'll run it overnight and my teeth will hurt more because it's reacting, because of viruses that are not liking the frequencies that's coming, I'm being surrounded with. But the next day I'm fine. And normally this goes on for days for me until it clears, but I'm fine the next day. I use it for my kids. I use it when I get sick, I'm not feeling well, I will run it. And you know what I've been running to a lot with my clients is parasites. And I feel the effect. And they normally come back and say, next day, they're like, oh my God, I feel so much better. So that's actually a little scary to me, knowing that we have so many parasites in our bodies. Okay, but I love that app. I love it, love it, love it. And the relationship app is great too. So you can actually run the relationship app on yourself. If you have, there's issues with loving yourself or taking care of yourself or whatnot, use it on yourself, right? So 2 people, 2 of you there. You can run it on husband, wife, brother and brother, sister, daughter, mother, whatnot, right? Any relationship. If you have a boyfriend or husband or whatever that has a dog, cat, animal, pet, right? That doesn't like you, does not like you, you can run it on the pet and yourself and harmonize that relationship. And that would make and that would be great, right? Not having to think, ooh, I'm gonna have to see him when I go over there. All right, so this is exciting too. This buy one get one has been extended, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be extended for. And this is by far the best deal that I've come across yet. Now, so what it is you can get 2 Life Insight applications for the price of 1. So if you don't want to, you can find somebody else to share it with, right? And you can each get a Life Insight app. But in addition to that, you get 1 set of the Rife, the Relationship, the Water Harmonizer, and Words Can Heal app. Oh my God. If you are thinking about getting this app, this is what you want to take advantage of, like now, because we don't know how long we're going to be able to run this special for. Okay, so my panels that I created, Positive Affirmations and Men Matter Gemstones, are on sale. My Positive Affirmations panels I'm selling for $25, and Men Matter Gemstones are going for $10. And those links, all these links, you can find right below the where this video is going to be posted. Next Monday, Dr. Kim. Oh my gosh, she's going to be talking about transforming DNA for raw, authentic masculinity. Oh my God, I'm going to watch that for sure when it first comes out. That calls for a great presentation. Wow. Transforming DNA for raw, authentic masculinity. Great picture too, by the way. Okay, so that wraps up my presentation. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I provided you with information that you can really use along your when you're using your Life app software. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and give me an email. Send me an email, jan@thatahamoment.com. I also have jan@yourahamoment.com, because I love that. I love my domain name because I love it when that light bulb comes on, right? And that gut feeling comes in. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that up. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.